guys? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Kia V in that building. It's your girl Kia V in that building. Hey, it's your day. Go shorty, go Kia. Hey, yeah. All right. So if you haven't been able to tell from the bottom of the video, today we are going to be talking about passing the CPT NHA test. If you guys are interested, definitely keep watching. Don't forget to press that like button, subscribe, and leave me comments below. Let's get right into this. Okay, so due to rules and regulations, I cannot tell you any questions that are on the test. I just can't. I'm sorry. I like to keep my certificate, all right? I feel really proud that I have it, so I cannot tell you the answers of anything on the test, and I can't tell you any test questions. But what I can do is tell you some of the topics that may be on the test. It may be on there, it may not. It just depends on what test you get because they're all different variations. But I will give you the topic list that my teacher gave us to study, just in general, that you need to know about phlebotomy in order to help you to pass the test. So we're going to get right into what to expect when it comes to the test. So first of all, the exam is 2 hours long, and 9 times out of 10, yeah, for the bulk of the time, you're just allowed to have a bottle of water, depending on who your proctor is. So you're not allowed to have a purse. Your cell phone has to be off and away. Like most people tell you to leave it in your car. So don't go in there thinking that you're going to find a way to cheat, because they do check you. So be careful, all right? Okay, so it's 100 questions on the exam. It just sounds so little. That's why I'm making that face. But on the website, it says it's 100 questions and it's 20 pre-test questions. Now, I could have swore maybe it was my nerves, but it felt like it was like 150 questions when I was going to take it. So don't quote me on it, but it's on their website. And if you're interested in actually going to their website, the website is called NHAnow.com. It's a great website. First of all, it's where you will go to actually sign up to take the exam. The exam does cost $117. Now, depending on the program and schooling you're with, they may pay for all of that for you to do. It could be a part of your package deal. Or it may be included in your tuition. For me personally, it was included in my tuition. That was included in some of the resources that they have on the website. If you go to the website, you'll see a lot of different resources to help you pass this test. They have an online study guide, which is basically just a bunch of PowerPoints telling you about everything you need to know about phlebotomy. Everything. Literally everything you need to know about phlebotomy. Especially when it's concerning their test. So keep in mind, it's their website, NHA, and it's their test. So that's your best way to pass. Your teacher's great and all, but to actually get on the website and actually study and stuff, like that would actually help you a lot. It helped me a lot. They also have online practice tests. You can take up to 6 practice tests. Yeah, you can take up to 6 of them. I took 5. Because the last test I just didn't want to overdo it, but they really do help you. I took tests up until the time that it was the day for me to take the test. So do they help? Yes, they do, because the first time you take the test, you're nervous, you don't know what to expect. It helps you get into that test taking, mind frame and gear. So you definitely would need to do that, you know what I mean? And because it's graded and things like that, and it also breaks down areas that you might want to consider studying. So I would definitely use the resources that they have. Now, if your schooling does not pay for it or it's not incorporated in your tuition, it is a cost for these tools, but I would definitely say that they are worth it. Another tool that I had that I say I use personally is this little flip chart thing. It's called a Quick Study Academics for Phlebotomy, and it literally has everything. Like you see, it has your anatomy of the arm and your abbreviations, and it even tells you like the needle part, like how far to put it and things like that. And it just has a lot of information, and I got this off of Amazon. But they also have a website called quickstudy.com. So if you want to get it on there, you can. But it definitely has a lot of information about phlebotomy, a lot of quick bullet points, and it will definitely help you study. So that's another tool that I did use to pass the test. So now we're going to get into the topics of the test. Oh, before I get there, just so you know, in order to pass the test, you need a 390 to pass the test, a 390 to 500. So, because all the people I know watching this video that are even considering it or even have made it this far, first of all, if you've made it this far to where you're looking up how to pass the test, congratulations. You've come so far. You've done so much, and I'm pretty sure your brain hurts and your head hurts and you've been stressed out and you've doubted yourself and then you geeked yourself back up. So congratulations. I'm here for it. I support you 100% and I hope that you do really, really well on this. So yeah, all these people are going to pass. So all of you guys are going to get a 390 that watch this. We're just going to say that. So I am going to tell you about the topics that I think are really important based off of what my teacher gave me. Like I said, I can't tell you the questions. I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like having my certification. So here are some topics you should definitely study. I'm not going to go over each one in detail. I might go through some, but I'm not about to break down everything. So you have to, no. Um, so you need to know CLIA. You need to know that. If you don't know that, then you definitely need to study. You need to know about the abbreviations. So that's definitely worthy of flashcards. That's something else I use. I use flashcards, especially for the abbreviations so that I can remember them. So yeah, you need to know about hand washing. You need to know how long you wash your hands, why do you wash your hands, and what do you use to wash your hands. That's definitely important. You need to know about your vein choices. You need to know about your cephalic, basilic, and your median cubital, and which one do you go to first, second, and third, because they are, in order based off what you can get. You need to know, it's going to be questions about test examples like, oh, I need a test for cholesterol. You need to know what tube you're going to use. So you need to know about your stoppers. You need to know about your additives in your tubes. You need to know about the departments, and you also need to know about the test that you use each tube for. So you need to know those in order and everything like that, because it is deeply important. You need to do patient notification. You need to know patient notification. Like, that's the first thing you need is patient identification. You need to know who you talking to right off the bat. You don't want to stick a needle. You don't want to prepare nothing. You need to know this person's name, birthday. You need to keep yourself safe. And you also need to check again when you leave the room. You need to know, like I said, additives. You need to know about HIPAA. You need to know about capillary draws. Where do you draw them? What are you doing with them? You need to know about your biohazard bags, your sharp containers. You need to know about PKU for infants, which are the heel sticks. You need to know how old they need to be for you to take it. You need to know what to do with a patient who is fasting and what to look for and questions to ask. You need to know about labeling your tubes correctly, making sure you have the right person's information on the right thing, because that will definitely mess you up. You do not want to put the wrong person's information on that. And you want to label it as soon as you are finished the drawing, right in front of them, literally in front of them, and ask them again to verify their information. You want to know about inversion. How many times will you invert certain tubes with different stoppers? So you need to know about PPE, which is personal protective equipment, your gloves, goggles, your gown. You need to know which one you need to take off first, which is actually your gloves. It's the dirtiest item that you have. Those are the first things you would take off. You need to know about hand sanitizer, which sounds really weird. Like, why do I need to know about that? But you do. You need to know about it. You need to know how many times you can use hand sanitizer in between patients. You need to know about your needle gauges. You need to know about hematomas, what causes them, what to do when you see one coming up on somebody's arm. Butterfly needles, you need to know when they are used, what type of patient, what age, what type of vein are you using them on. You need to know your order of draws, which are definitely important, because if you take it out of order, you can mess up everything, all the tests. So you need to know your order of draws. You need to know about tourniquets. You need to know how long you can keep it on, when you should take it off, things like that. You need to know about peak and trout. You need to know about bloodborne pathogens. You need to know about IV therapy. IV therapy is one of those things that you really cannot forget, because especially if you decide to work in a hospital, you need to know that they need to shut off the IV first. I think it's for about 5 or 10 minutes. I say 5 or 10 minutes just to be on the safe side. And then you want to actually draw blood from below the IV site. Do not go into the IV site. Please do not. And then you're actually going to use a red tube, which doesn't have an additive, and you're going to toss out the first one, and then you're going to redraw the blood again. And then you want to make sure you talk to the nurse, let them know, hey, I just took the blood. Can you get that IV started back so that that spot doesn't start healing and going through the process and they won't be able to put the IV back in. So just keep that in mind. You need to know about your artery versus your vein. You need to know when you've hit an artery. If you see bright red blood and it is pulsating inside of the tube, you definitely hit an artery. So yeah, you definitely need to pay attention to that. You need to know about your clean catch urine. That's fun. A lot of fun. And your semen analysis is definitely just even more funner. But you need to know these things. You need to know about tort. You need to know about POCT. You need to know about blood smears and how to do the wedge method. You need to know about oh my gosh, N95. That was so hard to get out. N95. You need to know about those respirators. You need to know CPR. You're doing 30 compressions to every 2 breaths. You need to know about your shipping specimens. What goes first? What goes second? You need to know about flow stop, reasons why your flow may be stopping, and how to actually get it back started. You want to gently dangle the arm, or you want to try to retract the needle a little bit, reinsert, do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? So you definitely want to know things like that. So those are just some topics I think are important. There are definitely a lot more topics because shoot, it's like 140 questions on there. So yeah, those are just some to be able to help you out. Definitely use your study guides. Definitely study, but do not cram, okay? Study as much as you can, little by little, but don't cram and wait till the last day because that's not going to help you out with your stress and your nerves, okay? That's not... Like I said, I took the test, the practice test, up until it was time for me to take the test. And I gave myself a 2-hour break so that I can clear my mind out and just be cool. And I was still a little nervous, y'all. But I passed and I was so excited and I'm so happy. And yeah. So it's definitely cool. It's definitely worth it. Something else you need to know is that your certification, when you guys all pass the test, because all of you are going to pass, it expires in 2 years. So you get to take the test again. Yeah. Sorry to end it on such a sour note, but you can do it. I hope you guys do well. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, I can't tell you any answers to any questions like that, but I can, like on the test, I can't tell you any answers about the test questions. But if you have any questions in general, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to like, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, a good month, a good life, a good year. Yeah, love you guys very much. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later for another video. Why are you here? What are you looking at? You know, what do you want? Bye.